Oh my God. I need a piece of paper. I need a piece of paper. All right. Good evening, Barbie. How you doing? All right. Yeah, I'm doing good. Hey, Lisa. How you been? To both of you. Okay, Lisa. Take care. I gotta write some things down real quick before I forget. Let me see. What did I say again? Let me see. How am I gonna word that? Oh man, I just had it all in my damn mind what I was gonna write down. I can't even remember now. Shit. Okay. We have to see how that works. Hey Tanya, how you doing today? That sounds better. Hey, T-Rose, what's up, sweetie? You good? Feeling better? Work was very worky. That's good. You need to clean my camper and get it ready for travel tomorrow. At lunch, I'm getting the crooked steering wheel hopefully fixed for the final time at the shop during lunch. Oh, cool. That's good. Sounds good. You're just okay? Okay. Your mouth still hurts a little bit. This stitch still ain't up? Shit. That sucks. Very eventful work day. Welcome to the new job, right? Thanks. I appreciate it. Just for you. See? There's too much work for one person. My coworkers are assholes. Yep. I'm so glad I don't have a job where I have to deal with stupid fucking people every day. I really, really do. I'm grateful for that. Still dealing with the BS? Well, remember, I believe Marky told you that if you were to get that job, you got to remember you're still going to deal with bullshit, even though you might make some more money. I tell everybody that. More money, more problems. More responsibility, more problems. Unfortunately, when you have a job and you have to deal with other people and work with other people, it might not be the smoothest and decent thing to do because people are fucking idiots, Yeah, you can if you want. I'll listen. Well, working for yourself is you made your boss cry. Good, fuck him. Oh, that's nice, Barbie. I remember you said you were yesterday. That must be a good feeling. Working for yourself is good when you have work, but when you don't have work and you have to go out there and you know, indirectly beg for work, that's the part I don't like. It was a year where I had to do that, where I felt like, have I really made the right decision? Is my reign over? You know? I think it was 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015. That year was probably one of the worst years of my business where I wasn't getting any work, no phone calls. Like, it was just weird. Like, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why is this happening to me? Like, I don't get it. Like, did I do something wrong or something like that? And then I ended up doing some little jobs here and there and like doing some other work here and there. Ended up doing shit for myself, you know? And then I was like, you know what? I'll be all right. I'm just gonna like do other shit. And then I would say like October of 2015, everything just changed. I got all this work going into 2016 and everything. Whatever I lost in 2015, I gained it back in 2016. I ended up getting like a big job, and then recovering from the previous year, and all the doubts and all the doubts I had about not, having a business anymore and giving up, that all went out the window. So I was happy that I never gave up. You're gonna have years where it's gonna be that way. So working for yourself is not always perfect, that's for sure. I was about to say. Mhm. Yeah, that's cool, Barbie. I'm sure she loves her grandma. That's something that a lot of people don't get to do in their lifetime, let alone have kids and see grandkids. So I always stress to my nephews to go see their grandmother. Hey, Marilyn, how you doing? But yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. There's good and bad in everything. There's some days where I want to try something different or start a different business or keep my business but do other things. So that's why I kind of come on here a lot. I feel like being on here makes me happy, and I don't have to work physically hard, just mentally. And I feel like this is like a gap year for me. Like I don't want to do anything hard. Like I don't want to do hard ass work anymore. I don't want to deal with a bunch of people. I don't want to deal with the big ass jobs. And I just want to chill out, fix my mom and dad's house some more, do some more work down there this summer, do some work here at the house, come live here and do what I have to do, do some DJing here and there, and just work on myself and the house, and that's it. If I get work, I get work. If I don't really care. But I don't know what the hell I want to do, to be honest. I want to do something different. But to be honest, I'm almost ready to just do everything like I am doing now. I do pretty much everything anyway. So whatever happens, happens. Whatever I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick to doing psychic stuff and my maintenance business and just roll with whatever comes. I really don't care anymore. You know. Can't get that damn song out of my mind. Oh shit. Marilyn, thanks for the super chat. You said, what am I? Jeez. Well, I would say that your Aunt G's uh, thoughts about you are good. She doesn't really think that you're a bad person or anything like that. Her feelings are like 50-50. Her thoughts is you're a good person. Her feelings are kind of like still doubtful. She might be suspicious of you, suspicious. Oh my God, suspicious of you at times, or she might feel like you think that about her from where your conversations have been. That's just like her feelings. I feel like her intentions are good towards you. Still feel like she might be. I feel like her life might not be that great, and she might feel like you judge her life or you judge things about her. This is her feelings about you. Like she thinks that you might judge her. She might think you're disappointed in her because she's not, doing something that you might not like. And there could be like a certain bitterness that she has. She might not be happy in her life, or she might be drinking or something like that, or she might just have like some experiences that she had that you know of. So she probably says that, yeah, Marilyn probably thinks that I'm a crazy bitch, or Marilyn thinks that she might be suspicious of me, or she might doubt me, or she might think that I'm lying, or she might not be happy with me because of what I've done. Hopefully, she doesn't judge me. That type of energy that I get. But I still get like a 50-50 thing. Like she might think bad sometimes and she might not, or she might feel like you might think bad of her, and then she'd be like, "Well, at least Marilyn spoke to me, so she doesn't probably think that I'm a bad person." It's almost like there's some doubt how she feels, how she thinks you feel about her. So it's more of her like feeling kind of like, I wonder if Marilyn even thinks I'm a decent person or if I'm a good aunt, due to my past or due to what I just did or due to something that happened, things like that. That's the thoughts and the feelings and intentions. The intentions are more of, I'm going to keep things, neutral with her and try to tell her everything, the truth, be mature, and just tell her the things I need to tell her. So it's more of she's probably thinking that you're judging her from how she is or what she's done in a specific situation. It's more of I get like half the cards are good and half the cards are eh, so. It's like nothing like, you know, devastating. I just think it's more of like she suspects that you think that of her, or she might think that you doubt her or she might have heard gossip, or you might have heard gossip, and it's gotten in the way of your relationship. So maybe you guys have to talk about that gossip or talk about the situation in order to clear things up. Hope that made sense, but I still get like a 50-50 feeling. Like it's not all bad and it's not all good either. Make sense? All right, Marilyn, you're welcome, sweetheart. Thanks. I wouldn't like emphasize too much on it. I just think that, you know, she probably just feels maybe, I don't know if embarrassed, maybe, but I would say she's probably like thinking that you think that, some bad thoughts about what she's done or how she is. But I don't think she feels like some type of bad way. I feel like she'll still speak to you and she'll be fine. If you don't bring nothing up, then she'll be okay. I think that's more way a better way to say it. Okay, good. All right, just gotta charge my damn phone before I forget. Yeah, so what was I saying earlier? So Barbie, you had a good day with your granddaughter. I went to visit my mom this evening. She had some chicken soup for my sister. I made I had these chicken burgers. I had a chicken burger for lunch and some of those some tater tot thingies and some salad. It was all right. For lunch I had a Jamaican beef patty, and it was two cops in front of me getting food. Bro's favorite soup. Yeah, chicken soup. And my mom called me earlier today and says, I got chicken soup for your sister. I know you don't want it. I said, nah, I'm good. I said, I'm going to have a chicken burger tonight, so I don't feel like no damn chicken soup. I'm not really a soup person. I like clam chowder, fish chowder. I'll eat chicken noodle soup if I'm sick or something like that. If I feel like kind of that way, if I really have to be in the mood for soup. I really, really do. I've never been like a super soup person. Like it'd still be too fucking hot to eat that shit. You know? Oh, cool. It's got some the specials came out for the grocery store. Cheese is on sale. Ragu sauce, I can get that. Oh, pancake mix is on sale. $3.59 for a big ass box of pancakes. I need to get that. I miss eating pancakes. What else they got here? Hummus? Ugh, no thanks. Oh my god, avocados 179 each. That's a miracle. No way. 179. That's the lowest I've ever seen. That's the lowest I've ever seen avocados. Oh, mushrooms 329 for a nice little box. I gotta get that shit tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go to the store tomorrow. We got damn mushrooms, avocado. It's an avocado. Thanks. And get the pancake mix. I got a lot of syrup to use. That sounds good. I'm telling you, fucking that's a good price. I'm gonna have to go down there. My mom and Phil will get mad at me because I slotted spoon to get the soup out of the pan. Did you get the eyeglass made? Nah, I didn't go down. I drove across there today, to be honest, and it was packed. It was like it's a place that has a really shitty parking lot. So I might go down there on the bike tomorrow because my nephew's motorcycle is in the garage and he's in college and he asks me to use it. I used it today. He asks me to use it like every other day so the battery won't die and it can like it can run and stuff. So I think I'm gonna take it for a nice long drive tomorrow because it takes like 15 minutes. I mean that's not a long drive, but it takes about 15 minutes to go to the eye place. So I might go down there in the bike and just see if they can actually do it. So I want to get a pair of Oakley shades and put eyeglass, like, the eyeglasses in there. So, So I'll get it. You made pancakes and then I put them in the freezer on a cookie sheet and then put them together. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll get it done eventually. But I need to go down there and look at what frames they have and put them. I need to go down there and try things on. They have like at this place that I go to, they have like a Oakley rack. So I need to go down there and then I need to try on those Oakleys they have there, right? If I like it, if I look in the mirror and I like it, because I want to get a clear frame. Like, see how this frame's all black? I want to get a clear frame, so that way you don't really see like the frame part. So I want to get a clear set of glasses. I actually have like a pair of shades over here, and they're like really nice, but I don't know if they can. I don't know if they'll be able to do the if they'll be able to put the eyeglasses on there. I'm sure they would. Like, these are my one of my favorite pairs of shades. I hardly ever wear it. One of the last times I wore it was at my dad's funeral. But like, see these? These are really nice. See how it's all clear and it's got like the side piece. Like, these are sunshades, but I want to get them as like I want to get these as eyeglass shades. What's up, dog? You good? Like, I love these. They're so comfortable. And they have like these little nose pieces in here. So it's like nice and comfortable. But I want to turn these into eyeglasses. I need to find out if they can do it. If they can turn these into eyeglass shades, like, eyeglasses, I get another pair like this, but just get, I'm sure they could do it because Oakley is what I wear now. So I don't know. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna take these down there and ask them if they can do it, if they can customize it. See what happens. I want to get something like that done. So when I DJ, I can do that. Good night, T Rose. Take care, sweetie. Wish you a better day tomorrow. Yeah, Oakleys are the best. You know, these are Oakleys. I have another pair over there that's Oakley. I have all Oakley shades. I have three pairs of sunshades Oakley. I have the clear ones, the black ones, and I have some gray ones. And then I have this pair, and I have a smaller pair, like a shorter pair, my original pair. Then I got these bigger ones. But I want to actually get like, you know, I want to get a pair of shades like that, but turn them into eyeglasses and have a clear frame. So when I DJ, it doesn't get all foggy and it doesn't like it looks better when I do it. So that's my goal is to get something like that turned into eyeglasses. So I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna go down there on the bike and take those shades and see if they can like, or maybe they might have like a catalog or something. Whereas, because I have another black pair that I would like to get those, turned into eyeglasses if they can't do these. Or I'm gonna see what options I have because they have some there already, but they're the same size as this. So I want to get like bigger ones, just a little bit bigger, probably like a half inch more, like thicker. So I'll see. I'll see how it works out. But I'll go on the bike tomorrow because it's got better bike parking than it does car parking. There's only like 5 car parks there. So when I drove across there, I'm like, fuck, I can't even park in here. And it's such a shitty gate. It's a nice place, but a shitty area to park. So I might go. I'm just gonna go there on the bike. If the weather's good tomorrow, I'll go. Actually, let me check the weather. I can't get this song out my mind. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, weather. Yeah, it's supposed to be a good day tomorrow. It's supposed to rain on Sunday. That's about it. Mix of sun and cloud tomorrow, mix of sun and cloud on Friday, mix of sun and cloud on Saturday. And then a cold front that introduces a few showers on Saturday, possibly, with average seasonal temperatures. 70. It's supposed to be high 77 this week. I was sweating today while I was doing the job inside. So that's good. It's gonna be good weather tomorrow, so that way I can focus on um, all right, cool. See, we have something in common, Tanya. We wear Oakley shades, and we like pancakes. There was a big ass frog in the yard earlier. My nephew saw it too. He's fucking huge. I don't want to kill the poor guy. He ain't doing nothing wrong. I tell my nephew, don't bother him. Because frogs are good. Well, it's not really a frog, it's a toad. It's a toad, not a frog. Let me get it right. It's a toad. So there's a big ass toad there. He's huge. And, they eat all the cockroaches, centipedes, insects, and shit like that. So I said, look, he's good to have around. He eats all the insects. Um, I would say like the size of you could put him on a dinner plate and he'll fit perfect. Like he's big. He's probably like 10 inches big. He's like that. And he's like that wide. It's like he's probably like 10 by 7. He's fucking big. He's big, big. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, dang. This mofo is great. He came from those trees out there. We have a lot of trees outside. So he probably comes from over those trees and hops over the wall, comes in the yard and eats all the insects, which I'm grateful for. And today I saw the heron, Harry the heron. We thought he was dead, but he's back. I said to my nephew, I said, hey, come outside. Our buddy's back. He goes, who, Harry? I said, yeah, I haven't seen him in like months. I hear him come across and make that screeching dumbass noise he makes. But he was actually on the wall tiptoeing and he was looking for bugs and insects and stuff. He eats cockroaches and bugs too. So between the toad and the heron, we don't have no bugs around here. Hardly any. But I know you guys hear the beeping noise outside, right? Those are like tree frogs and crickets. I rewatched my live the other day, right? And I heard the beep, 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 beep. And I was like, people are right too. I do hear the fucking crickets and the tree frogs outside. Like you can hear it now. They're beeping like crazy out there. It's funny as hell. I'm like, holy shit, it's pretty loud. I don't notice it, but I noticed it during my live the other day. I noticed how loud it was. But that's a normal thing. That's a normal thing here. In Bermuda, you'll always hear those crickets and tree frogs in the background. Anytime I have my door completely closed is when I got my AC on. Otherwise, that I don't really close my door. It's always open. It's always open. Hey, Christy. ¿Cómo estás? Last night, you guys missed the Spanish lessons. I got Spanish lessons from these three ladies in here, Mari, Christy, and Sophie. We were learning. They were teaching me Spanish, and I was saying it, and it was pretty funny. There's a few other people in here too. I'm sure they were laughing at me talk Spanish, and I was talking Portuguese back, so it was pretty fun. All right. Being that there's 10 people in here, and half of you are speaking, and the other half just likes to watch me. I'll give you guys a daily message if you want. This is the deck that I use. It's just a daily message. It says cards for awakening your best self. All right. Of course. Toya, Tiny Toya Tanya. Good, I'm glad. Clean that thing. Make it happen. All right, Tanya, let's see what we got for you. All right, Tanya, you got some roses. Roses are red. Marky is blue. Express your love through your deeds, and that you do for sure. Express your love through your deeds. See? That's exactly what you do, Tanya. You show love when you do things for people. You do good deeds for people. That noise don't bother me. I just noticed it when I rewatched my live the other day. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, everybody was right. They're like, what's that beeping noise, Mark? I'm like, that ain't new. That's the damn tree frogs and crickets. And they're loud as shit. But they don't bother me like that. Barbie, you want a card? And Christy, you want one? Marilyn, you want one? Just a daily message. The 10 people in here. You want one? Heck yeah. All right, Mamacita. Okay, Christy, you got the desert. Looks like a desert, I guess. I don't know. Hey, Lisa. Always look for the good, even in the most difficult situations. Always look for the good, even in the most difficult situations. There you go, Christy. Christy. You're welcome. All right, Barbie, you're next. All right, Barbie, you got the partly cloudy card with the clouds. And it says, know that the truth is a living force, whether you believe it or not. Know that the truth is a living force, whether you believe it or not. The truth shall set you free. What's up, brother Dan? Lisa, would you like a message? Obrigado de nada. Igualmente. All right, Lisa, you're next. All right, Lisa, you got the horizon here. Wind, water in the sky, the horizon, whatever you want to call it. And this says, try to avoid harmful influences. Try to avoid harmful influences. I think we all should. Dan said, Auntie Lisa. Auntie. You're welcome, Lisa. Right back at you. Anybody else want a card? Let me know. I mean, after all, there's 12 of you in here. 9 now. I guess people must think that I look gorgeous tonight. People like watching me. Must be the blue. You're welcome, Barbie. I feel like somebody's watching me. I know who you are. B is for Barbie. Got us like, look, Mark, you know I'll be watching your ass in the back. I'm working, bruh. I can't be talking to you and working at the same time. I just want to come in here and see your blue ass. You want a card, Gala? You're welcome, Brother Dent. The pleasure is all mine. I look like a damn Smurf, don't I? Papa Smurf. Look at that. Papa Smurf's in the building. Papa Smurf. You could be Smurfette. I used to watch the Smurfs. They were cool. All right, Gala, let's see what we got. All right, Gala, you got this. Looks like some water beads or a Timu necklace or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. But anyway, yeah. This is your message. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. Distinguish the importance of your inner spiritual work from outer success. Success. Interesting. I'll let you pick the buns out of that. Ain't nothing to do with me. All right. This is my card. This is my card. It's like some feathers or some bullshit. And of course, soften up, soften and open back into love all day long. Oh, love my damn self. Soften and open back into love all day long. Yep, I love my damn self. It's better than loving a hoe. Plus all the Dan said butt cracks at Walmart. Every time I went to Walmart, I never saw no dumbass shit. I went to Walmart lots of times when I was in Atlanta. When I was in Atlanta, I went to Walmart a few times and I never saw no butt cracks. I never saw no other crazy things. Come and get your love, ho. No, 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 no. Hoes need love too, you know, but not from me. I love them when they sleep. Always a hoe. Marilyn said maybe it was your butt crack that was showing. Probably. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Marilyn. It probably was my butt crack showing. You gotta watch how you do that now. People might think you're a certain way. People might think you're a certain way, giving an invitation to the butt crack. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. No, no. You got a daughter, Dan? I didn't know you had a daughter, bro. Marilyn, you want a card or you're good? And Dan, if you want one, I'll give you one too. It's up to you guys. Oh, because you said Marley would be my daughter's age now if I started early. So I thought you had a daughter already. You confused me. Damn, you bullshitting. All right, Marilyn. All right, Marilyn, you got the mountains here and the water, a lake or something. All right. Your message is make clear, calm thinking your goal. Make clear, calm thinking your goal. Making a plan where I started at. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay. You said would be my daughter's age right now. So I see what you mean when you're talking about Marley, being a woman. I got you now. My bad. I read it wrong. You're welcome, man. A car for you, none for your daughter. Okay. All right, Dan, you got the stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. And it says, devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. Devote yourself to discovering the highest truths. The truth is you don't have a daughter. Hey, Ann, how you doing, sweetheart? You good? Lisa said, you got married 18, had a boy at 19, girl at 20, divorced before 25, in your 60s now, and still single. That's crazy. Holy moly. Yeah, she's in Minnesota. She's freezing her butt off. It's crazy how you start, like, you get married so early, you have kids early, and then it all goes like, you get divorced, and then your life completely changes. Isn't that weird? And then sometimes it happens at a later stage in life. You get married at 40, and you might have a kid, finally after all those years, and then, you know, you live at like a later, you end up doing things at a later time, you know? That's crazy. Like, I think about that all the time. Like, that was me. Like, when I was young, I always had a girlfriend. I was always in a relationship. Like, it was nothing to where I wanted to get married, you know? I was never in like a married vibe. I never wanted to really get married unless I was in like a solid relationship. And I watched everybody else get married. A lot of my friends aren't married. There's some are married and divorced, and some are not married. And they always tell me don't get married. But it's weird. Like now I'm 49, and I say to myself, like I still wonder if it's like if I'm gonna meet somebody and be with them for the rest of my life, how long I live, you know? And then I say, you know what? I had girlfriends when I was super young. So maybe that was my, love life early. And now I don't have no love life, you know? So maybe it was meant to happen early in life. And now I don't have one. So if I guess I didn't have one when I was young, I'd have one now. So I guess that's just a trend that people go through, I guess. I don't know if that makes sense, but sometimes, I think about that. Yeah. Christy, you're 40? Shorty at 40. Do you want you don't have kids, do you? Christy, or do you have a kid as well? This 40 is a shouty. This shouty is 40. No kids? Okay. All right, cool. You want kids? Or you're like, I'm cool. You have nephews and nieces and shit? Like me? I have 6 damn nephews. I've always wanted kids, but I can't just have kids with anybody, man. I got tarnished from that at an early stage in life. I always said, Mark, don't ever have children with just any random person. Like, make sure you get married and you know what you're doing first. And I'm so glad I decided that. Fuck. Anne, would you like a general message? I'm doing general messages for everybody. If you want a general message, I'll give you one, Anne. Bethel, your mom gets meals from Catholic. He always said no to kids, but at this time in my life, if it happens, sure. Maybe also in love that I wanna one that who knows. Yeah. Well, women at 40 still have children. That's for sure. I know women that were 50 that had children. So as long as your, biological clock is still ticking, I guess that's what you call it, then you would have kids. The only way to find out is you know, walk up these stairs and we'll see if it still works. You could be my shouty, and I'll smack you with this shalanka. Let me behave. I ain't never been married either. I don't think we're missing anything. Yeah, that's how it is. I feel bad for my aunties and uncles that wanted kids and couldn't have kids and had complications. And, I mean, I don't know. I just think that some people are meant to have kids and some people aren't. I guess that's how it is. All right, Ann, let me see what I got for you. One. Hey, Kimberly, how you doing? All right, Ann, you got the beach. I know it's cold where you are, but you need to be at the beach. See? If you was in Bermuda, that's what you would see. All right, your card says create healthy boundaries with those around you. Create healthy boundaries with those around you. Christy said, sounds like a very dangerous upstairs trip. Nah, it's not gonna be dangerous. I have railings and stuff. You won't fall. I'm not like that. I won't treat you rough. Not the first night. We just gotta see if your biological clock works. That's all. I gotta make sure your juices are flowing. I need to check all the parts to see if they work. You gotta get your 40-year-old checkup by Dr. Markey. Then you can speak Spanish to him, and I'll speak Portuguese back. Yeah, close your eyes, Lisa. Yeah, I got extra duct tape. It's all good. I wouldn't treat her like that, though. I wouldn't treat my shawty like that. Christy's my Spanish shawty. She was teaching me Spanish last night. It was fucking hilarious. If you guys were in here last night, you'd be laughing like crazy. I was talking Portuguese. These women were in here talking Spanish. I was pronouncing the Spanish words. They were laughing at me. It was pretty fun. Yeah, she might need the duct tape, because she sounds like she's scared to walk up the steps. So don't be scared. It's all right. I got a pen right here, so you can just, put a mark on it so where you want me to stop. That's what I told her. That's why I always have the pen ready. If you don't want it all, I can give it to you half or 3/4. You can go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then once you get to 7, you just throw the fucking pen away. It's all good. I'll hook you up. It's all right. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Lisa says, I didn't mean to put the pussycat in the other emoji. Yes, you did. You put that pussycat there. He said, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. You gotta talk shit and have fun, man. Life's too short. Last night was definitely fun. I have fun every damn night, you know. Yeah, pretty much. Once you get to seven, it doesn't make sense making another, line. The line ends at six, and then if you want more than six, you just throw the pen away. Yeah. I always say that because my one of my best friends, we were at a party one time, and we were just randomly talking shit to a bunch of women. But we knew them, like we were just all talking shit, like how we talk shit on here. And then back then we didn't have phones, right? So everybody's like, "Hey, you got a pen? I gotta write down this chick's number." I got her number, so I called her at her house. Back then we didn't have no phones and shit. This is like a long time ago. So we used to write, chicks' numbers on our hands and stuff, right? Oh yeah, your number's this, 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 and we'll write her name and make sure it doesn't get, it doesn't rub out, or we'll write it, on the inside of our hand or something. So then my friend goes, hey, Mark, you got a pen? I was like, I think I got one in my car, man. Hold on, I'll come right back. So I went to the car, got the pen, and this fucking ass, he says, this girl wants my D tonight. I said, oh, really? Who's that? He goes, oh, her right there. I said, oh, shit, she don't look like she can handle all of it. He goes, that's why I asked you for the pen. And I'm like, what? Well, you going to write her number down or something? He goes, no, I'm going to draw a line by inch and ask her if she wants 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll throw the fucking pen away if she wants it all. And after that day, I fucking died laughing. I said, this fucking ass. I got that lyric from him. And he even told the girl that too. Because I overheard his ass saying it. And I was over there cracking him. She thought it was the funniest thing in the world. She goes, oh no, I won't need no pen. It's fine. And I was like, okay then. I know you're a hoe. You want the whole 7 yards. All right, sweetheart. You go, girl. I've told that story on here a few times. It's funny as shit. When I used to do like sex readings on here, and like will you get the D and all that, and singles ladies readings, I always used to use that. I always used to say that. And a lot of girls in here be like, I don't need no damn pen. I ain't worried about that. I'm throw that damn pen in the trash. I want it all. I'm like, uh-huh. So it was funny. We always used to tease each other in here about that shit. It was funny as hell. So then like they have this oh yeah, that's for sure. Uh like the girl that I told you that has a tattoo on her back that says the pleasure was all mine. So then it's like a thing, right? Where you take your hand like this, right? And you got to take your middle finger and go as far as you can, right? And then you put a mark right here and you go like that. So from here to the top of here is the size of, your D, right? So then the girls were like, oh shit. So a guy who has really long hands, that means they got a really long D. So then this other girl's, that ain't true. Cause she says, oh, this guy I knew, he had big hands and a small D. And I said, okay, well, I guess that ain't the truth then. So then all these guys were going like this. I said, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? You actually think that shit's true? Yeah, man, I'm gonna find out. And we guys laugh so much, man. People say some stupid ass shit. But it's funny shit, It's fun. And I used to wear this diamond bracelet on here back in the day, right? I should find that video where I said that shit. It was funny as hell. So I had this diamond bracelet. I still have it upstairs. I haven't worn it in years. It's like a really nice diamond bracelet I bought one time. And it's not really it's a man's bracelet, but it looks more like a woman will wear it. But the way it's designed, it's for, like for a man. because it's got like square. It's like a square like type of thing. So I took it off one day and showed everybody like that. Cause I was like, oh, let me see your bracelet. And I was like, all right, cool. So then I measured it, right? And it was 7.5 inches, right? And then this person said, oh, that's probably how long your D is, right? And I said, well, the only way to find out is to come see. So every time I wore the bracelet, they said, oh, I see you have 7.5 on, like 7.5, right? So we would joke around, talk shit like that all the time, man. That shit was so fucking funny, man. We used to talk so much shit like back then. I mean, we still talk shit in here, right? But like back then, I used to wear that fucking bracelet. They used to be, oh, 7.5's here. And I was like, oh, God, here we go again. Kimberly, you said you've been doing you. Things seem to be moving forward now, except for the day. Well, that's good. I'm glad you're better than before. That's all that matters, right? Well, you know what they say, Lisa. Long and thin goes well in, short and thick does the trick. See, and now Christy says I can't right now. I'm dead. You had any luck finding a job, Kimberly? I have so many like funny sexual sayings and things like that. I used to say all that shit back in the day. Yeah, I say it before. I have a lot of different like what I need to do, honestly, is I might do it tomorrow. Tomorrow, if I have a chance, I might come on here and do all the signs reading for May. I think I might do that. I think I might do like a singles reading for all signs, because nobody really does that shit. I don't know anybody that does singles readings anymore. It's all about what they think, what they know, what they want, all that bullshit. But I want to do a singles reading. That's what I want to do. I think I might actually like make a thumbnail for it, and I might do it, and then everybody can watch it afterwards. I'm going to do it live though, for sure. I need to go get my other cards too that I use. You put in some applications. Okay, good. Yeah, I could do that, or for the rest of the month, because it's only the 6th. Tomorrow will be the 7th. So I can do from like I can do it like a next 30 days type of thing. Damn. Yeah, I could do that, Lisa. Yeah. I can just do it from now to the end of the month, you know? Yeah, I could do a 30-day reading. The next 30 days for singles. Yeah, Kimberly, just think positive. That's all. Think positive, something will come up. Yeah, I think I might do that tomorrow. I've always wanted to do another singles reading. So I think that sounds like a plan. I think I might do that tomorrow. Reading for all singles. All my single ladies. All my single ladies. I think more people will watch that than anything. That's for sure. Yeah, I'll make a thumbnail for it and put it up there. And I'll probably post it up first and then let people see it. And then, like 20 minutes of it being up there, I'll do it. That way it'll bring people in. But I need to find I have some bootleg cards, I call it, and I wrote them down. Like it's got like all the like signs in it and all that type of stuff. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'll clear out my table here, and I'll go get my decent cards and my marquee cards, and I think I'll do that for every sign. I might actually go backwards, start with Pisces, and work my way back. Do something different, you know. I don't know. I'll see how I make up. I might do it. I just gotta make sure that nobody like asks me, and I gotta make sure I make it clear that no one asks me questions during that live. I hope people pay attention. So we'll see. Hey Fiona, how you doing? Yeah, I think that'll work. We'll see. Well, Fiona, at least it wasn't me. You could blame Dan now. You know? Usually you'd be like, oh God, what I do now? Hey, see, you could blame Dan tonight. I'm not naughty tonight. Not. Still here. I'm back. I got so much. Piece of carrot cake. Oh, nice. Oh, really? It probably still tastes good because carrot cake stays moist. I thought you went sleep, woman. I knew you was in here sneak watching. Well, the single reads are gonna be naughty because during the singles reads, see, you never saw me do singles readings back in the day. But during the single readings, I talk mad shit. And I will this time for sure. But I have to find my other cards first. I think they're on top of that thing over there. I think I have them way out the back there behind all that shit. I have they're called bootleg cards. It's white index cards with me writing my handwriting on it, like, and so I have to find those because those are the ones that I use for the singles ladies readings or singles readings. So I can't. I gotta make sure I find those before I go live. That's what I gotta do. So that way it makes it fun. Because without those cards, it's not gonna be fun. So I have to find them. I know they're up there somewhere. I just hope they're not all smeared and fucked up. I probably have to dust them off. Hey, Starlight, how you doing? You good, sweetheart? Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock where you are. You good? Good to hear. I haven't really seen anybody do no singles readings that I personally watch. I haven't really seen it. It's always based on feelings and other bullshit. So I think it's time that I come out of the rocks and do a singles reading for the next 30 days. Why not? I'll see how it goes. If it's requested more, I'll do it more. Sorry you have an upset stomach, Fiona. Hope you get better. Take a Tums. A Tums or a Pepto chewable pill. Of course, Starlight. For you I will, yes. I would definitely do a reading for you before I go. It's only midnight here. I'm gonna be around for a little bit longer. I'll probably be here for another half hour or so. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off the paper I go. I saw ho, you got my attention. All I saw was hi ho. Okay. Your cat is on your keyboard? Oh Lord. Your cat must be saying, who the hell is this guy you talking to? You pay this guy all this damn attention. What about me? He's getting jealous. Well, that's good, Kimberly. He'll eventually find his way out. Yeah, the kitty cat's jealousy. He's like, you're paying this guy too much money now. What about me? Damn it, pet me. There's a TikTok video, right, where it's got a woman and she's got like a cat, and the guy goes, "Hey, can I pet your cat?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." So he goes down and feels her coochie, right? And she's like, what are you doing?" He's like, "You told me I could pet your cat, not that one, you perv." Hey, that shit was so funny. There's like two or three videos like that. Oh my god, it was funny. I wasn't expecting him to do it, right? But I kind of thought that was going to be the outcome. And I was like, oh, God. Yeah, that's all you missed, T Rose. Me talking about the drawing a line on a D, for how much you want. But I believe T Rose said she don't need the pen. She wants it all. She said she'll take it all. She's a soldier. Yeah. Maybe it's coming then. Yeah, I miss my kitty cat I had. He was a nuisance. My buddy Smokey. Smokey boy. One thing about Smokey, he was a gangster. It's my mom's cat. He was like my cat, my mom's cat at the house. One day I, well, my parents went away one time. This is like a couple years, about maybe 10 years ago. So I'm like, Smokey, where you to? I don't even know where the hell he is, right? So I'm there looking for my cat, looking for him. So my mom says, please take care of Smokey when I'm gone. Make sure you know he's getting fed and everything. Next thing you know, I hear a meow, and I'm like, where the fuck is this damn cat? He's in the trees, right? In our like our fence, right? And he's there eating a fucking bird. He caught a bird and he was munching on him. And then my friend, he was with me, right? And he goes, oh damn, Mark, your cat likes organic food. He said you ain't showed up to feed him early enough. He said, fuck that, I'm getting that organic bird. Hey, we started laughing. I said, this fucking crazy ass cat. He caught that bird. He ate that fucker. My friend was like, yeah, Mark, but he likes that organic bird, bro. He ain't waiting for you to fucking get fed. No, no. Next thing I look, he's got blood all over his mouth. He was like licking his chops. He's like, yeah, that bird was good, bro. Oh, hey, Teresa. How you doing? That shit was funny as hell. My boy said, yeah, Mark, he wants that organic bird, bro. He ain't worried about you. Because I wasn't like about an hour or two late from his like dinner time. He must have been starving. He must have been like, yeah, fuck, Mark ain't coming around here. I ain't even seeing my mommy. She ain't here. This mofo ain't fed me. He's like, look, boy, I want a bird. That's what Bermudians say here. Like when they, like when you know how like you can buy like a whole chicken, like in the rotisserie thing. Like Bermudians go, hey yo, you want some bird or what? And I'll be like, because I know a bird. It's not doesn't mean an actual bird. It means a chicken. So they're like, hey Mark, you want some bird? We gotta split a half a bird. I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want no bird of that. He's like, I'm gonna get a half a bird, but I'm hungry. I said, go for it, bro. I don't like eating chicken like that. Like a whole damn chicken. But that's all. But every time I hear a Bermudian say that shit, I start laughing. I'm hungry, but I want to get a bird. Oh, nice, Teresa. Sounds good. Yeah, I like chicken legs and fried chicken. I like chicken wings, but like a whole damn like a whole damn chicken. Like my dad used to eat like half a chicken, and my mom ate the other one. They used to eat turkey legs and shit. I just can't. I can't do. I can't eat it like that. I mean, I can, but it's like, I don't really like it like that. I don't like seeing like the carcass and shit. You're a breast woman? Yeah, I like breast too. Breast. Mark is gonna be the reason I become vegetarian. Oh hell no. I eat vegetables too, so I guess I'm a vegetarian. Yeah, I can't be a vegetarian. Fuck that shit. I need meat in my life. I need steak, chicken, fish, pork. I want it all. Yeah, hell yeah. I got lots of stories. I could tell stories all fucking day. All I gotta do is remember 'em. Somebody will remember me somebody will remember me. Somebody will remind me. Sorry, remember me. Somebody will remind me of something. I'll be like, hey, guess what? That's like how Christy said about her cat going across her keyboard. See, she triggered me to find out uh to not find to trigger me to say that story. Oh my god, I can't talk. Okay, Teresa, no problem. Kimberly, you like shrimp? I like shrimp too. I like all types of shrimp. I just don't like no raw ass shrimp. Yeah, of course it's okay. I don't care. Seasoned. Yes. I always used to say seasoned to taste. Yeah. Well, they obviously want something. Do you give them treats, Christy? I got a whole shitload of cats around here. He doesn't care for them? Well, that's good. That's less money you got to spend on treats. That's less money you got to spend on treats. All right. I just got a donation from Starlight, so I'm going to go ahead and deal with Starlight first, and then I'll get back to you, Teresa. Oh. Okay, cool. Okay. Starlight, I got your donation. Thank you, sweetheart. All right. So, let's see. The fuck? This damn phone's on crack. All right. Okay, Starlight, Starbright. Let's read your question here. What the fuck? That's crazy, Starlight. You should. Did you call the popo? Yeah, I can see that. I wish I was there to sort them out. Yeah, fucking ass. Like, did you call the police or anything? course they didn't. Well, justice will definitely go in your favor, that's for sure. I got all positive cards for that. They definitely will trust you, and they know that, you're telling the truth. It's probably going to take some time, but, you know, I feel like you don't have to worry about them anymore because you've already reported it. So they're probably, obviously been told about it, or maybe they know. So if you go ahead and, deal with them, then I feel like, you know, there's going to be some type of conviction of their behavior. I feel like they're going to work with you because they know you're telling the truth, and they know that you know, you want justice and everything. So I feel like you definitely will get that, you know. Baseball bat. That's fucking nuts. I can't believe that. Honestly, like that shit, if that shit happened to me, I'll go off my fucking head. I'll beat the shit out of somebody. I wouldn't even call the police. I just beat them. That's why shit like that don't happen to me. But I feel sorry for you for what you went through. But the cards are very positive in your favor. So it says you'll get justice, and it says that, you know, they know you have good intentions, and they know that it's nothing to do with you, you know, that you're going to be fine. So let me find out when this is going to happen. Good night, Barbie. Take care. I got it. Weeks ago. I would Starlight. I would say like in the next 10 days, it'll get resolved. Like a man's gonna come to you, and or a man's gonna call you. Obviously, like a officer or something like that. They're gonna call you and tell you what you can and can do, what isn't gonna happen. You know, and they're gonna solve this issue. I would say 10 in the next 10 days, and I feel like you won't have to worry about them. And this male that with the baseball bat, it looks like this person might have been under the influence of something, alcohol, drugs, so forth. So I feel like in the next 10 days, this is going to get like resolved to a point where a man is going to call you and tell you what's going on. And it'll be solved, and you'll be all right. And I feel like you won't have to worry about this no more. But apparently, this male that did that, he was probably under the influence. These things happen every now and then. You know, it's life. People are stupid, do stupid shit, and they pay the consequences eventually. Starlight, I would say like it's Wednesday today, Thursday. So I would say next week around this time you should hear something. Probably next week you should hear what they're gonna do with these idiots and what the consequences is for them. So looks like you won't have to deal with them again. And as long as you took pictures of everything and hopefully you got camera footage, and if you don't, maybe hopefully you recorded it or at least take pictures of the damage. That's all the evidence you really need. So, oh, well, then you're good to go then. No wonder they're gonna call you in the next 10 days, 7 to 10 days. I would say next week they're gonna contact you, or maybe in the next 10 days. So I keep getting like a week to 10 days, it'll be resolved. And how stupid are you to do that shit on camera? People are fucking dumb. All right, Dan, take care, brother. Anything else you want me to check, Starlight? Yeah. Well, the good thing is, Starlight. The good thing is that you. Um, the good thing is that you have it on camera. So that's the best thing is you have it all on camera, and you have evidence. So they're fucked. That's pretty much how it goes. Anything that's on camera these days, you can't run from it. You can see the people doing the damage. So they just put themselves in a bad predicament. So that's one of the reasons why I love cameras. And you know what's really cool now? I don't know if you guys have an iPhone. I don't know about Android because I don't have never had an Android in my life. But when you have an iPhone, right? If you're watching something, like say you're watching this right now, and I was talking shit about a specific person, and you wanted to like, record me, right? And all you have to do is go to the top right hand corner of your phone and go like that, and there's live screen recording. So you can press that record button and you can record somebody talking shit and get evidence like that. I never knew that until the other day. I actually used it today because this DJ guy, he was talking shit about my buddy. But I said, you know what? I'm not getting myself involved, but I'm gonna record it just in case. Oh, hey, Rudy. You was about to go to sleep and your ass look fine ass. Everybody says I look good in blue. When my nephews see me in blue, they call me a blueberry. Gala called me a smurf. And everybody said, that they like seeing me in blue. So I'm gonna have to pull out all my blue now so I can get you all excited. How you doing, Rudy? Not Lisa. Fuck. Teresa, I got your donation. Thank you. And Starlight, let me know if you need anything else. But I do see everything going in your favor. In the next 7 to 10 days, you should hear more about this whole thing. You want to pass it to Tanya? Tanya, do you want a reading? That's crazy. That is so dumb. So you did them a fucking favor, and then they turned on you. Oh, that's mental illness right there for you. That's crazy, Starlight. Sorry you had to go through that, but stupid is what stupid does. Don't worry, they're fucked now. They're on camera looking like a bunch of idiots. I'm glad you're okay though. That's all that matters. Windows and doors and things that are broken, materialistic things or house things, that can all be fixed, and you'll probably get compensated for that. They're probably gonna have to pay the damages. So at the end of the day, it's their own stupidity. Fiona said, Mark, when will you do that live at Marley? Whenever she's ready. She said she wants to do one, but I haven't seen her since. So whenever she's ready, I'll let you guys know. Like I said, I'll definitely contact you and let you know for sure, Fiona. I ain't forgot you. All right. Time. Okay, Starlight. Yes, keep me updated. You're welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Tanya, you said I'm traveling. Well, you know what, Starlight? If you feel that intuitively that it's time to go and get out of there and go somewhere else and start over somewhere else and do what you got to do, if you intuitively feel that, you feel that spirit's doing this for that reason, then you know what I think about that. That's a hell yeah. Sometimes it prepares you for your next stage so things can go, better for you. But you also have to remember, that wherever you go, there's always going to be a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? But I've lived in 3 different houses my whole life. And everywhere I went, there was always some jackass. But, you can handle it. Well, maybe that's probably true. What happened with Poppy, and now this. Okay, Teresa, drive safe. All right. Yeah. All right. Tanya, you said I'm traveling on Friday and this weekend, and I'm nervous about tomorrow at work. And the camper just opened. Mike, what spirit wants me to know? Okay, Tanya. What I'm getting here, Tanya, is this. You might feel like this weekend is going to be disappointing, or you might not be happy, or you might have a bitter experience. But it's saying that if you are active and determined, you know you have the experience to do what you need to do. You know you're a person that can do it, but you just might be, like you said, nervous or, not content with how things are. Now, I think you personally will be fine, but you know you can't change stupid and things around you, right? So I see a jealous, annoying woman around you. I see a woman that's like she feels powerless and she feels like she doesn't have any preparation. She just feels like she can't, you know, do things. And if it's not a woman that you know, then I would say this might feel you might feel a little powerless, or you might feel that you're not prepared for things, you know? Right. So I feel like you're going to, I feel like your kindness and your gratification is going to show up this weekend. I feel like, things are going to happen the way it needs to happen. Like you'll get clarity on things and you'll feel like, hey, my kindness paid off, or my positivity paid off. I feel like I do favors for everyone. Now it's time for my favor. So I feel like someone's going to do you a favor, or someone's going to say, hey, it's on us, or hey, this is for you. Like how you got that carrot cake today. Like I feel like people are going to be more generous to you this weekend, and whatever generosity is shown from you to them, they're going to be shown back. But you got to be you got to be very determined and show your authority. Show that you're not going to like bow down to bullshit, Show authority, be proficient, like people say. Cuz I got the king of swords here, and I feel like that's who you have to turn into. I feel like this is talking about you because you're asking me about your weekend and how it's going to go, right? So you got to put on your big girl pants and be tough like a man, and say, you know what? I'm going to show these bitches what's up. I'm going to show everybody what's up. I'm going to do my thing. Everything's going to be fine, and I'm going to get through this. But if you think that things are going to be disappointing and you're going to be unhappy, then that's going to be the way. So, like, I feel like you think that you're going to be stuck on this weekend. Like, you might feel like, I did this, so now what? This can't be this smooth going. And then it turns out not to be. So, if there's a blonde woman around you that acts crazy, or you have to deal with some blonde hoe this weekend, you might like expose her as an imposter, as someone who like, you know, that says one thing and does another, and you end up showing her up, or she ends up showing herself and exposing herself. I feel like that's the case. This person might be younger than you. Doesn't have to be, but they might be. They don't have to be blonde either. It's just like a the page of swords reversed. It's like a person who feels like they're not prepared for the next stage of someone coming at them. If I were to refer it to you, I would say that maybe you're not prepared for what's about to happen. So you're kind of feeling like a little powerless and you might be a little worried too much. But that's why I say you got to be like the King of Swords. You got to be like a person who wants to take on shit and conquer shit. So, right. And I agree with your career coach because you're supposed to do your job, right? That's what you're paid for. You're paid when you work for somebody, they pay you to be whatever they pay you for. You're not there to fix their problems, the company's problems. You're supposed to do your job. So if you're this, then you do this. If you're that, then you do that. When you show a little bit more effort, then they think that, okay, yeah, they're doing that shit for free. Good, fuck 'em. Don't ever do that. I always recommend people not to do extra shit. If they want you to do extra shit, they can promote you. So, Tanya, to answer your question, I know you're nervous, but I feel spirit says, you're going to be fine. You just have to be active. You just have to know what you have to do and be very like, you know, be powerful. Be like a man. What would Phil do? Or this man could be Phil next to you, making sure you're gonna be all right. I don't know if your career coach is a man. So if your career coach is a man, then this could be him, the King of Swords. Okay, good. So that means it's Phil. I feel like Phil is the King of Swords and he's telling you to do what you gotta do. Well, looks like you're getting the right information, but guess who already told you this a million times? Your online psychic coach has told you this already. But see, nobody believes me. You all want to go to everybody else. See, yeah, you sound like my sister. You know what my sister said to me? My sister said, Mark, you're my brother and you give me good advice, but you're just too raw. You just say fuck everybody. You hate everybody. I need a woman to tell me things in a more mature and sense way. See, you're just like fuck you and go away. I can't be like that. I have to get somebody to tell me in a nice way how to do things in a nice way and disconnect in a nice way. I said, well, you all can be nice to whoever the fuck you want. Me, I'm fuck you and goodbye. I don't need no damn person tell me what the fuck to do. My shit works every time. My way works all the time. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on and go to hell. That's my way, and it always works. My sister always told me that shit. She goes, "You're right, but I can't do what you tell me to do. I'm not like that." I'm like, "Oh well, you guys can uh, go talk to somebody and let them tell you things. I'm been tell you guys what to do. Fuck it and just do it, whatever you gotta do. Don't worry about these damn people. Fuck." Well, that's good. I'm glad you listened to me with that. At least you listen. At least you listen to me and take my advice. But I know I can be a little bit too raw, and I know I tell people, "Fuck these people" and all that shit. But I'm just like that. I can't be nice. I don't want to be nice. I only be nice to people who are nice to me. But if I know you're a piece of shit, you're out of my life. I don't want you come around me no more. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, I guess so. But you know what? You're not the only person like that, Tanya. My sister's the same way. My mom's the same way. My dad's the same way. My brother's the same way. People have to hear things over and over. That's why you hear me repeat myself on here over and over. Because I keep trying to tell people how to live their life, but they don't listen. I don't care. Whatever. Whatever floats you guys' boat, you know? All I can say is I've been telling everybody these things. So I had to learn the hard way too. I had to hear things over and over. You know what I heard a lot in my lifetime? Don't give people your energy. Don't give people your energy. Mark, don't give people your energy. Leave them alone. Ignore the ignorance. Just, walk away. I had to hear those things a million times before I actually, you know, figured out what that meant. That meant what it meant. It meant just like, you know what? When somebody just starts, just be like, yeah, whatever, bro. But it's so hard not to say something back to somebody who's lying to your face or accuses you of something. Like it triggers you, you know. But I'm that's one thing I'm working on more and more every day. I'm getting there, but I still got work to do. I can admit that. Well, that's cool, Tanya. I don't knock you for doing anything. I don't knock you for going to a career coach or getting advice because I know sometimes my advice is just sounds too easy. You know, my advice sounds easy because I make it sound easy. That's because I'm at a stage in my life where it is easy to do what I say because I do it. But I know not everybody's like me and not everybody's going to be like that way where they can say fuck you and move on. So I totally get it. Starlight, you said, Mark, I'm raw. Say it honest, straight, and direct. Yep. That's the only way I want to live my life. And sometimes it gets me in trouble, and sometimes it makes life better. And sometimes people are, mad with me because I say certain things and I really don't care. You know, like I said in my last live, I have strong opinions on things. I feel like, people read different and people read unnecessary. People do things as a psychic unnecessarily. And I feel like, because I don't do those things that those people do, I feel like if I can do it that way, so can you. And I wouldn't tell you to do it that way if I didn't care about you. But some people are like, you think you fucking know everything. And all right, I'm not never said I knew everything. I'm just telling you what I think, what my opinion is. So some people get too sensitive about that. So I don't really fucking care. Whatever. I try to be Superman. That's why I wore blue today. Because I knew somebody was going to need me. She gave you specifics on what's going on in your job and how to handle it so you don't get in trouble. Yeah, well, that's cool. Listen, Tanya, if dealing with her helps you, then I'm happy for you. I'm happy you're getting the right help. But I want you to know that everything that I've told you, I'm sure she probably says it in a nicer way. But like you said, at least you can admit that you need to hear it over and over in order for it to set in. Yeah. So, and Starlight, honestly, I feel like if you really want to move, then go for it. If you feel like now's the time, hey, start looking, start figuring out where you want to go and what you want to do. Sometimes it's a big change is a good change. And because Pluto is in, Aquarius, it's a good thing to change anyway. Fiona, I agree with that 100%. You're damn right. Because when I had no boundaries, that's when I got taken advantage of, you know, and they benefited off of it. But now that I have boundaries, I'm a bad person. Fuck, all I gotta do is say an opinion or state something and then people get mad. There's so many sensitive people in this world, it baffles me. Like, And you know what? I really don't need people like that in my life anyway. If you want to be a sensitive little fucking child at my age or older, if you're an adult over 30 and you're that sensitive to somebody's opinion or how they think you are or you act or what you say about them or something, if it affects that person that much, then that shows you who that person is. And that's why I'm like, you know what? I really don't care what you think. Go fuck yourself. Like I say in here many times, people come and go. It don't bother me. Doesn't like in life. Your job, your life, your neighborhood. So for instance, your neighborhood, you know, you want to get out of there? Fuck it. Absolutely, Starlight. And I know you're a smart cookie. And I know you deal with spirit all the time. And if you hear that, then it's time to do that. And that's probably why this happened. It's the last straw. So, and after 10, 20 years, after a 10-year cycle in life, things change. Every 10 years, things are supposed to change in our lives. And every 10 years of my life, it's always changed. And I'm sure next year when I go 50, because when I went 40, I had the biggest change in my life, and that was quitting smoking and drinking and smoking weed and cigarettes and drinking. I completely stopped at the age of 40. So I'm sure next year when I go 50, I'm probably going to have another big change. I'm probably going to get rid of something or start something, and it's going to change my life. And that's fine. I love change. Change is great. I'm never scared of change. I'll always change whatever. It don't matter to me. If I have to change the way I do things, and that's good for me. I'm good. I love change. I'm not scared of change whatsoever. Good night, Shouty. God bless you too, sweetheart. Ta mañana. I just see him, man. People could. Yeah, that's for sure, Starlight. I agree with that. Yeah. There's a lot of narcissistic people, but I don't like that word too much, but I know it exists and I know what that means. But you know what it is? Like to me, I feel like I've said this a few times this week that a lot of people in this world do not take accountability for their fuck ups. Like if somebody makes a mistake or they get accused of something or they you say something to them and they don't like it or they make a mistake and say, "Oh no, it's your fault. It's not my fault." Like people like that aggravate me because you never take accountability for your stupidity. And even if you see a pattern or someone tells you there a pattern that you've done, they still are oblivious. They still think that you're the fucking problem and not them. And yes, that's narcissistic behavior. I get it. But I feel like there's so much sensitive people that are blind and they can't see what they're doing. And if they do see what they're doing, because some people are that dumb, they don't really know what they're doing, and they think that what they're doing is okay, and there's no repercussions. But my whole thing is this: I've seen it the past couple weeks. I've seen it in the DJ world that I'm a part of now. I see it on here. I see it in real life. I see it with family, friends, work, things like that. And I see it with you guys on here. How you guys talk about people and stuff. And it's like I'm saying to myself, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, you take no accountability for your fuck ups. You take no accountability for your bullshit. You take no accountability for making a mistake. What is so hard to say, hey, look, I'm sorry. It's my bad. Like, I made a mistake, or I shouldn't have said this to you, or, hey, look, my bad. Like if you say sorry, or you say, hey, look, my bad, is my fault, I respect that more than not taking accountability. Because even if you say sorry, or if you say, hey, look, my bad, my mistake, or I won't, hopefully I won't make that mistake again, bro. Even if it's not against me and someone else, like when you take accountability, you erase that that feeling from you and that person, and you get to, like, start again, and prove that, that it was just a mistake, and you're genuinely sorry, or you're genuinely taking accountability to something that you've done. I've always been like that. If I make a mistake, I'm like, hey, look, my bad, I fucked up. Or if I hurt somebody's feelings and I know I shouldn't have done, I'd be like, hey, look, my bad, I shouldn't have said that. Because I can't live with myself. My conscience won't be able to live with myself if I do something bad to somebody. But some people deserve what they get. But there's people out there that I know personally and that I've known, like, for a day or two. Like, you just don't take accountability. You just can't admit you're wrong. And that's why people like that never ever go anywhere in life. Everybody's sensitive to a certain way. I'll be sensitive to people's, um you know I don't really care if people joke around and all that and say jokes and call me like joking things or whatever. That's fine. Like, I don't mind. I don't mind getting roasted, or roasting somebody, or somebody roasting me. I don't mind if, like, getting into a verbal battle and you say some shit to me or whatever, right? But the thing I can't stand is people getting sensitive over their own mistakes and their own stupidity and their own words. That's what drives me nuts every day. Is like, you're acting sensitive over your own shit. Like, you're the one who caused the issue. You're the one who like is sensitive, and I'm supposed to be like, what? I'm supposed to take accountability for your stupidity? Like, fuck off, man. You know? But this has been happening for years, like, and it's like, now I think that this year is even worse. Hey, Joey. Yes, I've been complimented on my blue. I've been called a Smurf, uh, and other things. You're wearing blue too. I'm sure you look awesome as well, Joey. After all, we are brownie twins. You know, looking blue. Yeah, taking ownership, exactly. I like to use the word accountability. You know, like, I just feel like nobody takes accountability for anything they do in this world. It's actually, it pisses me off every day to know that you have an audacity to not admit that you actually were wrong, or to admit that you actually think that you're right about what you said and what you did. And I want to I want to take something and I want to beat the shit out of that person. Because that's what I would have done years ago. I would have fucked you off and threw something at you or beat your ass. But now I say to myself, you know what, Mark? This is a reoccurring thing. You have to remember these people have devil in their hearts. They have hate in their hearts. They think that, they're better than everybody, including you. I keep saying that, this is the devil trying to taunt you. These people you don't even fucking like, who cares about these people? Let them just be idiots. Let them like just, go about their business. Yeah, you can't. You can't win with stupid. It's impossible. And I don't try to win. I just don't understand why you want to be like that. Why you just can't like be an adult and just say, hey, look, my bad. I do it all the time and I feel so good. I feel good inside that I can admit that I'm wrong, which is not very often, you know? And even if I state an opinion or I give my opinion, it's a crime. So what's the sense of talking then? What's the sense of telling you what I think and what I don't think? So why does my opinion even matter to you then? You're always right. That is why I said self reflection. I think if you look at yourself in an honest way, then one sees their mistakes. Yeah, exactly. Accountability, responsibility, ownership, acceptability. Yeah. I agree with that, Joey. I think it is self esteem issues, or maybe it's personal problems at home issues, or personal problems with past people, or like maybe you don't even like yourself, or maybe you look to be a victim all the time. But see, that's narcissistic behavior, right? Is always trying to be the victim. But at the end of the day, you know oh, nice, Joey, congrats. Yay. Dust off, keep moving forward though. Well, you know what, Starlight, I was telling people in my earlier life that that old lady on TikTok, she's like on her way out, right? And she was telling this guy that she was telling this man, I've been in this world for 80 something years, I have dementia, but I still know what's right from wrong. And she was talking and saying she was in a wheelchair and she was telling this man next to her that, I'm a good person. I do good things for people. But when bad things happen to me, it's the devil wanting me to lose my faith in God. It's the devil taunting me to make sure that I don't go back to God and to give up on Him because things are wrong. So when I give up on God, then that means the devil is going to make everything good for me. So I don't have to go back to Him. See, because the devil was once an angel, like they said, right? So the devil can make life great for you because you don't care about God no more. Because you thought God was going to make your life great, right? Because if something bad happens to you, then you say, well, look, I blame you, God. You didn't make this happen. So what that lady said was absolutely true. And that's why the world has, people in this world have lost their faith because the devil picks you up and says, I can give you everything you want, but it's going to be all manipulated, bad, and I'm going to make you never go back to God again because I'm going to continue to give you what you want. And then one day I'm going to be like, well, fuck you. The devil ain't going to come through for you no more. And he's going to let you go back to God because he's got a shit ton of people else to deal with. Or you have to break the spell yourself and say, this ain't working. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they do sell their souls for sure. Well, Joey, that's definitely true. Some people love drama. I wouldn't even say like. They love fucking drama. And they're definitely addicted to it because I've seen the pattern without even knowing them. I don't need to know somebody long to know that they're full of drama. So that's one thing I know for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're tempted, that's the devil making you pick the wrong choice. And then they make all your choices good, or they continue your bad choices because they don't want you to turn to God. So they give you things here and there. Exactly. Yeah, I work with a lot of people like that, Joey. Some people are never gonna learn. They just live in la la land their whole fucking life, and that's sad. Yeah. But most people who act like that, in my opinion, are people who have an easygoing life in some sections of their life. Like they might have a lot of money, so they don't have to worry, or they just have a cushy life and they don't have to do much and just live. And then they'll say things like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm good." And then the next time you see them, "Oh, my ankle, I twisted my ankle walking down my steps." And you're like, "Oh no, I hope you feel better." And then when you leave, they're like, "Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with my fucking ankle. I just want to let them know that I have drama too, but my life is so great." Meanwhile, when they go home that night, they end up tripping on something and end up spraining their ankle for real. Oh, I know, Starlight. That people know exactly what they're doing. You know what? I used to say that shit all the time about my brother, my ex brother-in-law. I used to say that about my ex brother-in-law every time to my sister. I used to say he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not mental. He's evil. There's a difference from mental illness and evil. There's a big difference. People use that term mental illness so they can disguise their evilness. And that's exactly why I know for sure that people are the devil in disguise. And they will try and get everything they want from you. And then when you tell them about themselves, they're going to look at you totally different because you didn't do what they want you to do. You didn't act the way they want you to act, or they want to do everything and say everything and do everything, and you should always be okay with them. And if you're not, then they're not going to be okay with you. You know? Let me close my door and my light real quick. Joey. I can check for you real quick before I go. Well, I got the sun card at the very end. So that tells me yes. And I got the ace of wands on the very bottom. I feel like, because I got, let's see, if you have, right, if you have a phone interview with a man tomorrow, if it's a man, right, if it's a man, I would say that this person is like someone who is, it's a woman. Okay, good. So I would say if it's a woman, right, then this woman is someone who is tired of dealing with inconsistency. So when they ask you things, they want to hear, yes, I can do that. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I'm ready to start. Yes, I can do that. They don't want to hear, no, I don't really know how to, but I can do this, and they don't want to hear no runaround shit because they're sick and tired of hearing that from everyone else they've interviewed. So I feel like this woman is fed up with doing interviews with people that don't want to do what they want to do, you know? So I got the sun card at the very end and the ace of wands upright. So that tells me that it's gonna go good. But I feel like the person that's gonna interview you, especially if they're a woman, they're gonna be like, I swear to God, if I call another person and they tell me they can't do this and they can't do that, I'm gonna be fucking irritated, you know? So I feel like they're the people that are the person that's gonna interview you, their fear is them wasting their time on another moron. You got me? But otherwise, that it looks good. You got the Sun card and the Ace of Wands, and that tells me yes, that it will go good, and everything's gonna work out. I just feel like the actual person is fed up of calling people and getting the same bullshit answers. Yeah, there you go. Yes, I can learn it. Yes, I can do it. Yes, I can work the shift now. I'm ready and able and willing to do the job with a brownie on top. Well, I feel the interview will go well if you say yes to many things and you agree to their terms, because I feel like they have gotten people that don't care, you know? I feel like the person that's going to interview is frustrated, you know? At the end of the day, you know, um, it's up to the person that interviews you to, to have faith. But I feel like this person that's going to interview you doesn't have faith in many people. And I don't blame them. I would never want to interview anybody because I'm so sick and tired of dumbass people. That's why I really didn't have no workers working for me at all my business life. The three guys I had working with me were all three morons, and I had to teach them everything. They didn't want to learn. They didn't care. They showed up when they wanted to, and I just got fed up and said, "Fuck this! I'm not hiring nobody no more. I'm just gonna work by myself." It was the best decision I made. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. It's 111 here, and I need to get my ass to go sleep so I can wake up and do this little job I have to do tomorrow. I have to patch up this ceiling. I already put the drywall there, and now I gotta, mud it up. Oh, if you've done that type of work before, then you should be all right now. Well, ladies, all I can say is keep your head up and do what you got to do. Believe in God, believe in yourself, believe in spirit has your back, and you should be fine. I can't stress that enough, and I can't say those words over and over enough until it sets in your head for life. So at the end of the day, we can only do what we have to do. We can only do what we can do. You know, always go with your intuition, but always believe. And when you believe, you receive, you know, and always use me as your example. If I can do it, you can do it. I got faith in all of you. And I wish you all a great Thursday tomorrow. And, you know, do what you got to do. I'm going to go watch the Eyelid channel. I've been having a lot of dreams lately, so I don't feel like having no more dreams tonight. But at least I got a good night rest last night. I was good. I slept pretty good. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Love you guys. No, not good dreams, dumb dreams. Just like dreams that make no sense, pretty much. Nothing bad, no nightmares, but just dumbass shit. Like, shit that don't make no sense. I'll let you know if I have a dream worth talking about. Good night, guys.